Today I'm going to be reviewing the Incourage Devotional Bible. It's in the CSB Christian Standard Bible version, and it's done by Holman. And the copy that I have is the Desert Mustard Alabaster Leather Touch, which is the newest cover that just came out this year, although this Bible has been out for a few years now. Oops. Here are some of the features on the box. ISBN number. It has perimeter stitching. It has 2 ribbons. It is a sewn binding. It has a paste down paper liner. And I just made mine, I'm personalizing mine for my daughter, so I put some stickers on the presentation page. I'm going to give this to her someday, so I'm journaling in it. So you might see a little bit as we go through. I have some notes to her, and I just got this on Christmas, so I'm going to add more, obviously, but there's a couple things here. So we start out with a table of contents. We have a letter from the editor. We have an article on how to read the Bible. God's story of redemption. Just kind of goes through the Bible and how it all connects as one story. And then we get into the features for this Bible. So we have themes. The devotionals are separated into themes. There's a reading plan for each theme with a set of devotionals to read with scripture to go with that. There's reflective devotions, and there's like 260 plus devotions in here. There are women of courage articles, just highlighting the different women of the Bible. Each book has a book introduction. There are themed verses with some nice artwork to go along with them. And then each page has journaling space at the bottom. There's lined spaces. So that's kind of unique to this Bible. Usually you see that like at the side of the page, but here it's at the bottom. This is the devotional theme guide, so it just goes through the different themes: beautiful brokenness, better together, daily grace, everyday leadership, friendship on purpose, hope in the hard, imperfect hospitality, intentional gratitude, and second chances, and the scared brave. We have the introduction to the Christian Standard Bible. Excuse my one-handed page turning. Tell you a little bit about the font. And then we get into the Old Testament. And I love these pictures of flowers that are kind of themed throughout. That's really pretty. This is the introduction to the book of Genesis. So each book introduction is going to follow pretty much the same pattern. Understanding the author's heart, connecting with God's story, connecting with our story, and then it'll tell you what themed devotionals you will find in the book. Okay, and then we get into the biblical text. So I believe this is a size 9 text. If I'm correct on that, I believe it's a 9. It's a 2-column text. You can see that we have these lines at the bottom for journaling. This is an example of one of the 2-page devotionals. Some of them are only 1 page, some are 2. And there's also reflection questions to go with some of them. Again, not all, but most. And then this is one of the character profiles here. And I added this washi tape border around it, so they would normally not have that, but it's just something I'm doing to make it pretty for my daughter when I give this to her someday. I'm also highlighting. I use the Mr. Pen gel highlighters. So I'm highlighting prayers in mine right now. So anytime I see a prayer in the Bible, I am highlighting it. So in the Old Testament, I'm using orange, and in the New Testament, I'm using pink. And you can see there's really no shadowing or bleed through from that. So I like those pens, or those highlighters, I should say. And this is one of the one-page devotionals. Okay, let's skip on ahead here. And here is where I did a little writing. Like I said, I'm journaling through this for my daughter. Haven't gotten real far yet because I've only had it a few days, but I'm writing some notes in here. So this is with the Slicky, forgive me if I'm butchering the name, gel pens. They're really nice and thin. I will say you do see some ghosting on the other side from that. It doesn't bother me tremendously, but just an FYI on that. And then I just have a sticker, and I used a green one on this side. The green doesn't bleed through or ghost as much as the black, but yeah, definitely still does. I may not use those a lot because of that, but so far that's what I've been using. So this is a great Bible for women if they want a devotional Bible, because there's a lot of devotionals in here, and the reading plans. Just a really pretty and comforting devotional Bible. So then it is black letter, by the way, too. I didn't go over that in the New Testament, but it is a black letter text. This is an example of the reading plan. So this is the Beautiful Brokenness plan. It breaks it down into weeks, 6 days per week. It gives you a scripture passage to read and then a devotional and tells you who wrote it. So I've started working through Beautiful Brokenness so far. It also gives you the different character profiles that fit within that theme. So besides this being the CSB translation, which is one of my top 3 translations, this is definitely my favorite part of the Bible, is the devotional reading plans. Okay, and then there's a Women of Courage Index. So if you were looking for a particular woman, you want to see her profile, you could look it up here. There's a topic index, which is really helpful if you want to look up anxiety or anger. You can look it up and find verses to go along with that. And that's pretty extensive. There's a devotional Bible team and author index. Just tells you, gives you a little information about each author and what pages you can find their devotionals if you're looking for a specific author. And then we have some blank pages, and that is the end of the Bible. So this is quickly becoming a favorite of mine. I did have one of these before, and I gifted it to a friend, but I really like this cover. I'm really enjoying going through the devotionals and just journaling in this for my daughter, and I just think it will be a really nice one for me to pass on to her someday. So this is the Incourage Devotional Bible in the CSB translation done by Holman. And if you're looking for a devotional Bible for a woman in your life or for yourself, I would highly recommend it.